We're going to get you out of here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the drive-thru, Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Silver Live Free Sports Picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, this is Brian Bitler with us. All right, we got Brad Francis. We got someone looking for him. We're going to need to hear from you, Brad. Jay Briggs with us. Al Ninos, David Racey. James will sign a little later, and Rod Zawacky will sign hopefully a little bit later. We got his pick, so we just need Rod to sign in. He will shortly. All right, here's how they'll line up for this evening. Bitler, Racey, Briggs, Francis, a monster question mark. Ninos, Clark, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right. Baseball on the board tonight. 8 games for Major League Baseball. No day action, so still 8 on the board. And then we have that big NBA. Will they crown the Denver Nuggets champions? We'll see, but it's the point spread that we worry about, and we'll have coverage there for you in the NBA playoffs. So let's go ahead and let's get this one underway. We've got some baseball on the mind. We'll go ahead and bring in Brian Bitler, catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Always starts us off to start the week. We'll bring Brian in right now. Brian, what's happening?
Tell you what, glad to be with you on a Monday night. Always good to start my week out on the drive-thru. It was an up and down weekend, off a 2-1 winning Sunday, so I'll take it, but hopefully I move forward on Monday on this small card with my one-play winner.
That's right. Let's get that Brian to play winner here tonight. We go Major League Baseball. The Giants hitting the road here to face the Cardinals. Cardinals been a rough year for this Cardinals team. Giants here, road favorites here of -119. Total sits at 8.
I'll tell you what, the Cardinals might be the team that's hurt me the most this year. Yesterday they were my top play, and they went down in flames. I'm going to go against them tonight. I'm going to go with the San Francisco Giants on the money line here. We've got a lot of things working in our favor tonight. Most definitely one of the strongest starters in the National League, Logan Webb, going tonight. He's been dominant this season. He's just 4-6, but a 3.10 ERA, a 1.09 ultra low WHIP, and a nice strikeout to walk ratio of 85-17. Cardinals just can't seem to get it together. They've lost 3 straight, 7 in the last 10 games, and the Cardinals just 13-8 at home this season, which is kind of just odd to me. Cardinals usually a team that plays strong in St. Louis. Giants 8-1 last 9 games versus the lefty, a left-handed starter. And on Monday, the Cardinals struggle 2-9 last 11 Monday games. So for me, I'm going to take the San Francisco Giants on the road on the money line.
All right, Brian here on the Giants here, money line here. -119, -125. Do your shopping, get the best numbers. Yeah, it's hard to argue that. The Cardinals are just, again, spinning out of control here, losing 7 of 9. We saw a big rally a few seasons back from this Cardinals team to make the playoffs. We'll see if they have that in them here. As we're about a week away, a month away here from the All-Star break. We'll see if they're active in the All-Star break or during the trading deadline to see if they can improve that team. But yeah, as far as this one, you definitely have to put the check mark here on this the starter here for the Giants, and also too the Giants bullpen has been showing great improvement over the past few weeks.
Yeah, the beginning of the season, San Francisco Giants bullpen was getting beat around, but now they're kind of looking like a classic San Francisco Giants bullpen. Some no-name guys that get the job done, and with a starter like Logan Webb that can go 7 strong innings, I think the Cardinals are in for a tough one tonight.
All right, Brian here on the Giants, -125 against the Cardinals. This one have a start time here of 7:45 Eastern Time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, tonight we got Major League Baseball here on the board here tonight. We got Brian here with some good results here in baseball. 640 units of profit, 2023 document over at Pick Dogs. Great results here from Brian. All right, Brian, we got 8 on the board for Major League Baseball as well as NBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I'll tell you what, off a winning day yesterday, I just have one premium pick winner tonight. It's my Major League Baseball titanium play. It might be my best titanium play in about 2 weeks. Love this pick. I'm 175, 127, and 1 last 303 for a 58% hit rate on that titanium play. So make sure you head on over to pickdogs.com and pick it up for just $19.
That's right, guys. Got over with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs. Great results in baseball. Also showing good profit last 7 days. Coming in yesterday, that $19 titanium wager, as he's talked about, is up there. Remember, these one-day passes are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is a credit guarantee. Also, the long-term passes. Here we are on a Monday. That 7-day pass will get you all of Brian's premium place here for the remainder of the NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, as well as baseball for 30 days. Pick is a promo code. Save that 15% off. All right, Brian, as always, great having you on the show. continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again end of the week.
Yeah, I'll catch you guys on Friday, and maybe I'll be doing it from the beach. Who knows? Live
There we go.
location, giving out a free pick. I'll do the little square dancing as the sun goes down. We'll definitely have a good time and look forward to seeing you at the end of the week.
See you at the end of the week. Brian Bitler here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue our coverage here. Next up, we're going to bring in David Racey, who's been doing fantastic work. Catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. We'll bring David in right now. We'll get some more baseball coverage here from David. I think we're set to roll here with David Racey. Passed him a little bit. Here we go, David Racey. And David, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. How are you doing?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go tonight. Major League Baseball. Tampa Bay Rays, we talked about earlier, facing one of the top teams. Now they go to the bottom. They're catfishing now, facing this Athletics team. Although the Athletics showed a little improvement here on their last road trip, they're coming home now. As you'd expect, the Rays, big favorites here, minus 267, total 8.5.
Yeah, like you said, Oakland's playing well right now. There's some rumors that the AL West runs through Oakland. I don't know how true those are. But, yeah, like you said, they're red hot. They've won 5 in a row. And I'm actually looking at the over in this game. I like the over 8.5. Oakland scored 5 runs or more in 6 of their last 8 games, and they're playing their best baseball of the season. The A's will face Zach Eflin, who has allowed at least 3 earned runs in 3 of his last 5 starts. And to be honest, I don't know how much longer he can keep up the pace he's pitching at. You know, he's had a fantastic season if you look at his ERA and WHIP. And I think Oakland, while they're playing right now, is going to be able to generate some runs against him. Then we look at Tampa Bay. They have one of the best offensive teams in the league. They have scored 391 runs this year, which is second in the league just behind the Texas Rangers. And Tampa has scored at least 6 runs in 4 of their last 8 games. Facing James Caprillion, who pitched well in his last start against Pittsburgh, but that ERA is well over 7 on the year. So I think Tampa will definitely be able to score plenty of runs tonight. When you look at some trends, the over is 7-2 in Tampa Bay's last 9 games against the AL West, and the over is 5-2-1 in Oakland's last 8 games. So I like the over here, and I think we see a high-scoring game.
All right, we've got David here on the Rays. Athletics over 8.5. There's always, this Athletics team had some punch to them. They can score runs. It's always that bullpen, right? You've got the crooked number here from the starter in Caprillion over 7 ERA, and of course the Athletics bullpen an ERA near 6, and a Rays team that can hit the baseball. They may even take it over. They can take it over themselves, I think, at this number.
I mean, yeah, realistically they can. I mean, that Oakland pitching staff, like we were talking a little bit before the show, I mean, there's just 1 or 2 starters that you can kind of sort of trust, and everyone else, starter-wise and bullpen-wise, it's just been brutal. And even though Oakland's won the 5 games in a row, they still allowed 6 runs yesterday to Milwaukee. They allowed 5 to Pittsburgh. So, I mean, they're definitely capable of allowing 9 runs themselves. And then Tampa Bay obviously is in a class of their own offensively. They're just hitting the cover off the ball. So I really don't think we'll have a trouble getting 9 runs tonight.
All right, David here on Rays Athletics. Over a total of 8.5 runs. This one will have a start time here of 9:40 Eastern time. All right, David, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spring for tonight's action. David, fantastic work in Major League Baseball this year. You see it there. 1,195 units of profit, all document over at Pick Dog Stream. So you can verify those numbers. Just go to David's handicapper page and you'll see all the plays up there listed for you. All right, David, 8 games on the board here from Major League Baseball. That single from the NBA. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, I have my MLB 3-pack tonight for $39, and then I have my MLB best bet for $19. That best bet is included in the 3-pack as well, so don't buy both of them. But yeah, solid year in baseball. I had a rough Friday night, which brought me down a little bit, but still, as you can see, solid start to the year in baseball. So join me for the night, or check out one of the long-term packages because that's where the value is.
That's right, value is indeed. Get on board here with David Racey over at Pick.com. Look at the numbers here, nearly 1,200 units of profit from Major League Baseball as MLB 3-pack on the board. Remember, these one-day passes, credit guarantee, must turn a profit, and the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Also, you may consider long-term pass. That 7-day pass is a great one. That covers you for the remainder of the NBA and NHL playoffs, where they go, whether they're done here in 5 or they go 7. That will cover it during the next 7 days. These seasons are over within 7 days, guys. So that's what I'm trying to say. So get on board with it. Also, baseball here for 30 days with that 7-day pass. PICK is the promo code to save that 15% off at checkout. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, David, as always, great having you show. continue that success. We'll catch up with you next week. But everybody know you're also a major contributor over to the websites in written form.
Yeah, over at pickdogs.com, I'm one of the free pick article writers. Myself and the other writers write a write-up on just about every single game, no matter the sport. So head on over to pickdogs.com. There's a little tab, go to free picks. You can see all the articles by sport. It's a great place to go to get some stats and some free picks.
That's right, stats and free picks. Check it out. Pick Dogs and Sports Chat place on the website. You'll find David's written work there. All right, David, continue that great work. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, I appreciate it, Tony. Thank you.
You got it. David Racey here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue our coverage here on the show. Next up, we're coming over to Jay Briggs. You'll catch him over here at Pick Dogs Premium. Hope you catch his morning jam session. It was a pretty interesting one today with Mitch on the show with the Jay. You would definitely want to check that out because Jay doesn't he holds his own. He holds his own. The man has absolutely no fear of anybody. Jay, what's happening?
Tony T, what's happening?
What's going on? All right, here we go tonight, 6:40 Eastern time. We got the Braves and we got the Tigers going head to head here. We got the Braves, big favorites, back -254. Total sits here at 9.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Talking a little baseball. Short, sweet, and simple. I'm taking the Braves. I'm going to lay the run line. Continuing to fade the Tigers, who are struggling right now. They had a solid start to the season. Kind of surprising start, but I think right now they're kind of showing who they are. Phillies beat up on them. Arizona really beat up on them 11-6, 5-0, 7-5. I like what Atlanta has done recently, winning 4 of its last 5. They did drop the last one to Washington, but sounds like a bounce back spot for the for the Atlanta Braves. We got Charlie Morton on the mound. I think he's the better starter over Mason Englert, I want to say. I think Charlie has a nice start today. He has had his ups and downs. Today should be a solid one against a struggling Tigers team. I think he does enough. I think the Braves are the better team. They've shown that over the course of the season. I think they win this one fairly comfortably. Laying the run line.
Laying the run line here. Looks like we've got Englert here going to get the start. Tyler Holton looks like an opener, so it looks like maybe some sort of bullpen game here. Jay on the Braves run line in this one. And yeah, it's hard to argue that one. One of the reasons why I like your pick here is the reason is that the Braves if you remember their last road trip where they started, right? They faced a dead team in Oakland, right? And they got embarrassed. And I think they remember that, what it felt like going into Oakland and being embarrassed. And here we are on the start of a new trip, and look who you got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I didn't even really think about that, but I love that. They struggled against that Oakland team. That kind of was the start of Oakland turning around, this little run that they're on. But like the Braves, I said, they've won 4 of their last 5, and this is another chance to go in and kind of avenge losing to such a bad team in Oakland. They probably come in here and beat the brakes off of Detroit.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a different approach here in this road trip, at least the start of the road trip, because they face another bad team like they did in the last road trip. So here we go with Jay here on the Braves run line. Lay the run and a half, -150 here against the Tigers. This one to have a start time, 6:40 Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. As you know, that everyone's getting ready for that big NBA. Will this be the closeout for Denver? Will they finally win an NBA title? We'll find out. That on the board. Still 8 games from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir. I got a lot of action tonight. I have my $19 NBA Jam Session play, my favorite play in the NBA game. I do think the Nuggets close out them boys tonight and win their first chip. Hey, the Nuggets, they've lost 8 games in Denver all season. I doubt tonight is going to be the night. I think they do get their first chip. So the question is, do they do it by the 9? So you got to figure that out. And if you want to know what I think, it's over at Pick Dogs Premium. And I have Major League Baseball today. Solid unit, solid start to the season in Major League Baseball. Trying to keep it rolling. I have my favorite play there. And I have a plus money dog that I absolutely love tonight in Major League Baseball. And I have all 3 plays in a 3-pack. Scoop that up or pair me up 2-for-1 capper special over at Pick Dogs Premium.
That's right, Jay. Get on board with it. Jay Briggs over at Pick Dog Premium. Great results here from Major League Baseball for the year, as you can tell right there. So get on board with Jay with his plays for tonight. Or again, the long-term passes will serve you well. That 7-day pass is a great way to roll here on a Monday. All of Jay's premium plays for 7 days. Of course, rest of the NBA season. Game 7, if there's a Game 7, is Sunday. So that's part of the 7-day all sports pass. Jam Session NBA play up there right now. That's part of it. If you get the long-term passes, MLB play the day up there. You can also buy them individually on credit guarantee status. But again, long-term pass saves you the most money. Pick is a promo code to save that 15% off. All right, Jay, as always, great having the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But, this could be the last NBA Jam session until October, right? When do we? Yeah, we're probably about 4 months away from the next Jam session if this series is over.
That's what I told them today, Tony. I think it's over. I think the Nuggets close them out tonight. It's been a hell of a season. I had a lot of fun this year doing the Jam session. It's kind of crazy that it's over. I like the Nuggets tonight, man. I do. I think they close them out tonight. So I think I'm going to cash that ticket from last week as well. The Nuggets in
minus 1.5.
1.5 games. Yes, sir. So all that's on the table tonight. I think the Nuggets probably host that trophy for the first one in franchise history. I'm excited for tonight's game.
There's two chances here. The Nuggets, for that win to cash that bet, to either win 4-1 or 4-2. They'd have to win either Game 5 or Game 6. And that bet cashes Denver minus 1.5 games in this series. And it's those two big double-digit wins by 10 in Miami. That was a monster effort there to get it done there, going into Miami's home court, where Miami's had a lot of success in the playoffs. And of course, Denver trying to shave off what everyone thought they were, a bad road team. They had a losing record on the road at some point here in the playoffs. And overall, when you count in the entire regular season. But still, we'll see how that rolls. We'll wait for the Jam. Actually, it won't be the Jam session. It'll be the NFL show, right? Because that happens sometime in September. So that'll be before the Jam session because you, Big Al, and Mitch get together with that NFL show in September.
Yes, sir. It's the NFL show around the corner. Football will be here. I can't wait for that show, actually. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so I might still do a few live shows over the summer, do a little baseball around the same time. We'll see how we play it by ear. But, we got a lot of stuff going on here at Pig Dogs, and I'll be here on the drive-through and stuff like that, and I might have some things behind the scenes. So not going anywhere, still here with the guys all day, every
there won't be W. There won't be the W. Jay's not a WNBA guy. It's not going to happen.
Maybe a little bit.
We'll see. Playoff time, maybe. We'll see how that rolls. All right. We'll see. We'll see how it rolls. All right, Jay, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Tony T.
You got it. Jay Briggs here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue. Guys, we're seeing people sign in right now. If you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on the drive-thru. Al Ninos up next. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. I think we're set to go with Al Ninos. Al, what's happening?
Going pretty good here. How are you doing, Tony?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. Major League Baseball. The Angels, a hot team right now, facing a strong lineup here and staff from the Rangers here. The Rangers, big favorites here. Minus 148. We see a total of 10.
Yeah, Jay might want to stay tuned in for this one. I mean, I'm sure he already knows the pick, but I'm sure he likes it. We're going to be looking at his Rangers here. Yeah, pretty interesting matchup against the Angels. They're at home here after that series against the Rays. Tough series. They played pretty well, but fell short there. And I think they bounced back here tonight at home against these Angels that have been a little up and down the season. You said playing pretty well right now, but we got a pretty good pitching matchup, I think, going for the Rangers here. Dane Dunning having the best season of his career, and might stay hot, I think, against most of this lineup. You got Mike Trout that's hit him pretty well in the past, but as long as he can pitch around him, and of course avoid Ohtani as much as he can, I think he does well enough to get enough run support from his Rangers here against Tyler Anderson. And a bit juicy, but again, you can always look at the run line a little bit if you want to bring that juice down a bit, but going with the Rangers here for the show tonight.
All right, there we go here with Al Ninos here. He's coming in here with this Rangers team at minus 148 here against the Angels. Of course, the Angels have been playing well. They've won 6-7. But the Rangers pitching staff was a bit roughed up there in that series against Tampa Bay. But one thing with this Ranger team is they're pounding left-handers here. 294 here facing the left-handed pitchers. And, of course, they're averaging over 7 runs a game when they face lefty starters. So that's some pretty strong numbers there here for this Rangers batting lineup. Of course, you see Tyler Anderson has the crooked numbers there with the ERA. And, of course, Dunny's got it together because his road splits have improved. This was a pitcher that was great at home and just horrible on the road. That's why he was a bullpen pitcher. And then when the injuries came, Dunning was asked to start some games on the road. He's performed well, so they felt confident enough to keep him in the rotation.
And he's been doing well so far. And again, as long as he can avoid those big bats from the Angels, I think he does pretty well here tonight. And what was one thing? Yeah, you mentioned the Angels winning 6 of their last 7, I believe. On the other side, you got the Rangers winning 6 against these Angels here in Texas. So the Angels bullpen's been pretty impressive too. So we'll look at for the Rangers to get out to a good start here and try to avoid losing it late with their bullpen.
Yeah, that's a big step here for this Angels bullpen, facing the top hitting, the top OPS, the top scoring offense in baseball in the Rangers. Al here, Rangers minus 148 against the Angels. This one will have a start time here at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Al Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, Al showing great results in Major League Baseball, 1,222 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dodge. So if you go over to Al's handicapper page, you can verify all those numbers by just going to the pick history. All right, Al, plays on the board tonight here from Major League Baseball. Still 8 games on the board from MLB. We also have on the board that single from the NBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Got my $19 Grand Slam there. I got my alley-oop, my best bet in the NBA. I got actually 2 plays. I got my side end total if you want to find out which one I like best. You grab that alley-oop. If you want all the plays, I also got 3 MLB and 2 NBA in total, I guess. So not a bad day to hop on one of those long-term and 2-for-1 capper passes.
That's right, guys. Yeah, both Al Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. So the great results here: 1,222 units of profit for 2023. All documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. So get on board with Al Ninos. Great results here from Major League Baseball. And he does have an MLB season pass up there. Get the remainder of Major League Baseball, every play from Major League Baseball, including the playoffs and World Series at one low price. Promo code PICK at checkout will save you 15% off. That'll be $75 off that MLB season pass. Baseball goes a long way, all the way right till about, I would say, end of October to November 1st. That's usually when Game 7 is. We usually get it at Game 7, November 1st, November 2nd. So we've got, oh goodness, that's what, 11. That's almost about 4.5 months more of baseball when you conclude the playoffs. So lots of baseball coverage there when you get on board with Al Ninos Baseball Pass. Pick promo code SAVE, that $75 right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Al, as always, great having the show. You that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Just one of the many things I love about betting baseball. A lot of games every day. So yeah, you gotta love that. All right, thanks, Tony. Have a good one. All right, I'll see you in a minute.
See you in a bit on the recap. Al Ninos here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you miss a pick, Al Ninos will help us out here on the recap. We'll recap every play from the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on. Next up on the drive-thru, we're going to bring in James Clark with the NBA coverage here. NBA pick from James. You catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. So we'll go ahead and bring in James Clark right now. We'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's see if we can get to him right now. Ready to roll here with James Clark. James, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. How you day, buddy?
Yeah, everything's going great. Feeling great. Looking forward to the sports action for tonight, including this game tonight between the Heat and the Denver Nuggets. And of course, the Nuggets. So you see a big favorites here, 8.5. They were 9 in many places. This one book is the only one I saw earlier. That was at 8.5, and I'm pretty sure everybody's pretty much copied them. Let me go back and take a look here, because this is the sharpest book in the world. 8.5. We're seeing 9s in most places right now. There's some 8.5s there in the paperhead world up there as well. A lot of sharp bettors play into that market, but we're seeing 8.5s as well. We see some 8.5s, 9s, but there. And keep an eye on the money line here. The Nuggets big favorites money line. The Heat plus 290 total. James, in this one is 210.5.
Yeah, guys, you look at these two teams, here in the finals, the Nuggets are pretty much on the Heat, up and down. It seems like they're the better team. They've been playing a lot better. But, the Heat's had, I think, the tougher schedule, probably anybody think, to get into the finals. And I think, one of the reasons, they just go out and don't put 100%. Every day on the floor. This team that's only got, got 2 all-stars when you really Jimmy the guy, and then, you got Bam the second guy. You don't really know anybody else pretty much on the Heat, but you know in this playoffs. And I think the Heat step up tonight, guys. And with, the fight they've had in them, to knock off Milwaukee the first round, to knock off the Sixers second round, then Boston, and then to get here to the Nuggets, I think they keep the receivers alive tonight, guys. I like the Heat on the money line. I got an earlier It was plus 310, plus 320. So check around for your best money line. You know, you want to get more out what you can on the money line. But I really do. I think he came out and put out a fight. I think they thought they had a chance in the championship. You know, here they are down 3-1. Only one team ever come back down for 3-1, and that was LeBron's Cavs. But I think the Heat can keep their season alive, at least force it to another game, and then go from there. I really like the Heat tonight. I think they come out and try to jump on the Nuggets instead of just going to letting the Nuggets pretty much dictate the game. I think the Heat come out and jump on the Nuggets and pretty much lead it from start to finish.
All right, we got the James here on the Heat money line. Take them plus 288 here against the Nuggets, and of course, James, the Heat facing elimination, right? That we may see, that can impact the team here, knowing that their backs are against the wall. Also, too, I mean, this is a number I saw. I don't know if it applies as much because the Nuggets are playing for a championship, and the Nuggets are 6-19 the spread after back-to-back double-digit wins. But one thing I've said earlier before the show, you weren't there, is the fact that the pace of play has been so slow here. It is the second slowest of any playoff series in the NBA playoffs this year, other than the game between the series between the Nets and the 76ers. So this has been a very slow played series. I think that fact helps the Heat's cause, but at some point you got to make your shots. That's what we're looking for from the Heat, to make your shots.
Yeah, I mean, they got shooters around Butler. That's made shots for them every other series besides this series. It just seems like the ball just won't fall for the Heat. But you got to give a little bit of that to the Nuggets. They're the bigger team, lengthwise, height-wise, getting out there, getting a hand in somebody's face. But I don't think the Heat go down tonight. I really think they come. You want in every game, want to win every game. I think they know. They're not happy with their season ending tonight. At least take it back to Miami if they can, and at least get to extend the series to at least to Game 7. You get to Game 7, you never know what happens. So I really like the Heat tonight on the money line. I think they step up. I think Butler. I don't know that. I thought there's something wrong with Butler, and then he's had good games. I thought he got hurt some earlier in the series. Something's happened to Butler earlier in the series, because you see Bam getting all his shots and all the other guys getting his shots, putting up a lot of shots, and then Butler not putting up that many shots in the earlier games. So I thought there was something wrong with him. Maybe with this rest here, he's 4 or 5 days that they had off, 3 or 4 days. Maybe he can get back to the Butler we've been seeing the whole playoffs.
That's right. We see if facing elimination will bring out the best of this Heat team. And James likes that enough to take him on the money line. Heat money line plus 288 here against the Nuggets. This one will have a start time here of 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, basketball on the board tonight. We also have 8 games here from Major League Baseball. A couple to start here in about 10 minutes. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
I got a 3-pack in the MLB going on tonight, guys. 3 plays that I really love. Also got a play in the NBA tonight that I really love. So, you get the 3-pack or get a 3-day sampler, guys. I've been doing pretty good in the MLB, up and back and forwards from plus to negative, plus to negative. Had 3-0 day the other day, and look to add on to that. So after we go 3-0 tonight, or 4-0 with the NBA game, upgrade to 3-6 or a 3-7 or a 30-day, whichever you can afford, guys. Or like I say every time we're on the show, team me up with any of the cappers on the site, or that's on the night, or it's on the site, because we got the best cappers in the world, and we do by far. So team me up with them, and we'll put some money in your pockets.
That's right, guys. Got to go with James Clark over at Pick Dodge. Pim's got 3-pack of winners up there for you right now. Of course, the long-term passes will serve you well. That 7-day pass, very popular one here on a Monday. You get all of James Prim plays for 7 days. All of his place for Major League Baseball, remainder of NBA playoffs. Their pick is a promo code SAVED at 15% off. All right, James, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again here later in the week.
All right, Tony. Appreciate you having me, guys. Let's cash some tickets tonight. Good luck, everybody, and I'll see y'all Friday.
See you on Friday. James Clark here on the drive-thru. If you missed a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Seen a lot of people sign in, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Rod Zawacky up next. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Trim. Doing great work over there. Of course, catch that morning show every day at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time with Mitch. Of course, you got Chris. You got Rod Zawacky on there. Also part of the Puck Dog video series. NHL free picks there from Rod and Chris together. Bring them in right now. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much. Getting ready for tonight's action.
That's right.
Not a loaded card, but hey, it's there's some definitely quality out here to make us some money.
Yeah, there's some quality to make some money tonight. Interesting matchup today in the MLB. I see some as well. One of them here is the Phillies, the first place Diamondbacks. It's hard to say in LA, right? What a thought. But well, although I will say, reading some publications with these new rule changes, some people like Diamondbacks station-to-station approach. They felt that might have been the right one, and sure enough, some folks out there got it right about this D-backs team. The Diamondbacks home to the Phillies here. The Phillies favored here -110, total 10.5.
Yeah, this D-backs definitely to start the season. They added some nice key pieces in the offseason, and look, it's paying dividends for them so far. We're going to see Tommy Henry getting the start for the D-backs tonight in this one, and he hasn't been bad in the season. 3-1 with a 4.37 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP, and that ERA gets a little better when he pitches at home. He's 2-2 with a 2.49 ERA in home starts. He's also got a 1.23 WHIP in those home starts. And then you look at the other side of the ball, where Strahan's getting the start for the Phillies here, and he'd be lucky to go 2 innings. Is what they're probably hoping from him. Bullpen game for sure. And you look, he's struggled in his last 3 starts with a 7.2 ERA. And then you throw it to the bullpen for the Phillies, and the bullpen for the Phillies, well, over the last 10 games. They got a 4.41 ERA has been that bullpen.
Yeah, but Rod, I'll add this because you were bringing up the opener. Who they have pegged in as a primary guy is Dylan Covey with an ERA over 7.
Right. Oh my God. Yuck. See, even worse. Yuck. Yuck. Phillies are just not good. Who they got penciled in right there. That's just awful. And then, like I said, you throw it to the bullpen, and it's not much better there. 4.41 ERA over the last 10, which is over a run worse than what the D-backs have been doing in their bullpen over the last 10. So Phillies on the road are definitely been a fade for me. You look 13-22 on the road. They've played their best ball at home, not here on the road. Phillies 4-10 on the road in their last 14 versus a left-handed starter. They're also 2-6 in their last 8 in game 1 of a series. Well, the D-backs, we know they've been rolling right along, 7-0 in their last 7 at home versus a team with a losing record. They're also 4-0 in the last 4 game 1 of a series. They're also 7-1 in the last 8 versus these Phillies. We'll take the Arizona Diamondbacks to snag game 1 win over these Philadelphia Phillies.
All right, we got Rod here on the D-backs here, laying the -102. They've become the underdog, and actually 103. We're seeing some 102s, 103s in this game. In this one, yeah, I'm with you there. I'm not really sold here on this Phillies team away from Philadelphia. The bullpen has not been as sharp away. And of course, the pitching matchup here. You know, it's interesting with these pitchers that Henry is one of these guys that pitch the high contact. Sometimes you got to really watch them. You know, guys like Bieber, whose contact is down, he's kind of throwing a lot of junk up there, off-speed pitches. But if these guys with this another pitcher comes to mind here from the White Sox with another a high contact pitcher. But if their junk if they got control and they can take speed off that ball, they can get those ground ball outs and get these guys out in front of pitches.
That's exactly what you're looking for from Tommy. He can get his pitches right where he wants to, locate his pitches nicely. They will induce that ground ball. We'll see a lot of even if you get a guy at first, you'll see a lot of double play balls. You'll see a lot of ground balls in the infield. And that's what you want here from the Diamondbacks. I think this game could be pretty quick. I think Tommy can go. I think he goes 5 or 6 in this one. and then throw it to the bullpen from there. The Phillies, this could get ugly early. This could get really ugly early with the two starters they got going, and then going to their ugly bullpen. Yeah, no. D-backs can't get off this train yet. Not attempt to get off this.
Phillies don't hit left-handed starters very well. They're also 13-22 on the road. The Dodgers tried to do it, but they ran out of left-handers and had to go to righties in that game.
They ran out of left-handers. Yeah, exactly. Right. That's I remember that. Yeah, ran out of left-handers.
Yeah, and then their bats didn't come through, right? Because they were holding the Phillies down. Phillies got some runs late on them, and they were Grado in there. They went into they got to the right-handed guys. But yeah, again, Henry can give you some innings, and it's that left hand. You're starting to see these teams figure it out. Just throw lefties against the Phillies. Same thing against the Brewers, but just throw lefties against them.
Yeah, exactly. Just throw all your lefties up first. Let's go, and the Phillies will be in trouble in the respect. 4-10, their last 14 on the road versus a lefty. Not good. So.
That's right. Not good at all. Rod here on the Diamondbacks here, minus 102 here against the Phillies here. This is here from Rod Zawacky on the play tonight. But, we got Rod with us here, so we know where we're going to. All right, Rod, is your Puck Dogs video series, your video tonight, is it going to be the last one of the season?
I lean to it being the last one of the season. I think it's tough. You look, the Florida team has never won in Vegas, but they've in the history of the Golden Knights, Panthers are still 0-4 playing games in Vegas. I think the better play is the over, though. They've dropped this down to 5.5, and we see what we've seen in the first two games in Vegas. It was we got 7 goals and 9 goals, so I'm going to take the over 5.5. I think that's the best play in this game 5, and then root for a good game, but I think we easily get 6 goals, so I'm going to take the over 5.5 in this one.
All right, or
get 8 or 9 goals. Because if the Panthers want to win this game, you got to get at least 4. That's my magic number. The Panthers want to win this, you got to get at least 4 goals, and we know the Knights can get 4 goals.
And you know what happens here in these elimination games, right? You start to see the goalies get pulled early.
Exactly. So if the Knights are up and the Panthers are slow, they'll be pulling the goalie. We could do like Winnipeg did in the first round. They pulled their goalie with 8 minutes to go. They were down 4-0 to Vegas, and they pulled the goalie with 8 minutes to go. They got 1 goal. Vegas got none. I was surprised. I remember that one because I got burnt. I had the over 5.5, and Vegas was up 4-0. Winnipeg got one quick, still with like 6 minutes left, and then that one got called back on a hand pass off the draw, and that was it. You never seen any goals after that. That was the craziest empty net series I had seen when they only gave up 1 goal. It was like nuts. But normally that's what happens. 4 minutes, 5 minutes left.
Yep.
Goalie gets pulled, and either you get the empty netter or they get one to tie it up. And all heck breaks loose in these elimination games. This podcast.
They certainly do. Rod leaning over in Panthers Golden Knights here. The action tomorrow in their possible elimination game. And for baseball, he likes D-backs to minus 102 here against the Phillies. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Room for tonight's action. 8 games. Nope, we're down to about 4 games. 6 games on the board in Major League Baseball. We're getting the 640 games underway right now as we speak. There's just one of them, so we'll still have 7 games on the board for Major League Baseball. Single from the NBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I don't have that early game, so I still got my MLB Diamond Triple over at Pick Dogs Premium, where you get 3 plays I love in tonight's MLB action. And that includes in that 3-pack my $20 MLB Bookie Home Run. We're on a nice 12-5 run in the last 17 of it. We'll be a drop 3, hit it again on Sunday. So back on the winning side of that, you can scoop that play up singly, or it's included in the MLB Triple. Or I got my NBA Drop a Dime play. I think he's going to win the side in tonight's Game 5 NBA action. Head on over, scoop that up singly, $25. Or better yet, grab that 3-day pass and join me for Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and of course, you know me, I always get things in early. You'll have Thursday's action as well. Grab that 3-day pass, $69.95. Join me for the start of this week as we hammer at the start of this week. Kick the bookie in the butt.
That's right.
Join me.
Join Rod Zawacky, guys. Got on board that 3-day pass right now. Got all the plays to bind them individually. Pick is a promo code. Save that 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Rod, is always great having a show. I see it's that Clemson hat up there.
It is.
It is. So what are we looking for?
Ready.
You're getting ready for the. You think it's the Tigers' year?
I think they're going to be right there. I think they got a great shot to make the playoffs. great shot to be in that top 4. I think they can use. I think they got a great shot this season to make a run.
New quarterback, they get quarterback situations cleared up. They sent him out, so it's gonna. I remember the quarterback was a big issue there the last couple seasons.
Oh, it's been a big issue there the last couple seasons for Clemson, but I like the guy they brought in, and might be the Tigers here.
There you go. You got the Tigers there for
Ron Zawacky. You got to get through Georgia. You still got to get through Georgia.
You got through Georgia, but just get to the playoffs. You may not. Someone may face them. But Georgia's going to be the team at the end, right? So if you avoid them until the finals,
you got to go through Georgia.
Yeah. And Alabama will be barking as well.
Last season, I think Alabama's got to be there too. You can't not count that Alabama.
Who will be the wild card? Who will be that wild card like TCU team? Will there be one this year?
I think we do get one. There's always that one team that surprises everybody, that pops up and does real well. I'm excited to see it. I can't wait.
That's
right. It's really not that far away when you look at it. We're in June, July, August, a couple months away.
Months away. There's August. There's lines already up here, guys, for week 1. They used to call it week 0.
Yeah, there's lines already.
Week 0, or is it now week 1? I think if they got it straight now, week 1, I think is what they're calling the first week, early August. So we got a lot of early lines up. At least for the first 2 weeks of the season, there's lines. NFL has the lines up there. I don't see a Hall of Fame game line though. That's the only one. And the Hall of Fame is about less than 2 months away.
Yeah, I don't see that line. I don't see that. Yeah, I don't see that.
Cleveland and the Giants. I think it was the Browns and Giants are going in that one, but we'll see how that goes. Under, just think under every time the Hall of Fame game go under, right?
Yeah, right.
The line's going to be 34, then open 34, then get bet down to 30.5 or 31, right? It's usually what you see.
And keep riding Baltimore in the preseason, right?
Oh, that's right.
I think that record's still going. That record's still going. Take Baltimore in the preseason. It's still,
that's right.
Still on the record.
They don't like to teach. They don't like the coach losing in Baltimore. It's the old John Manfield. We don't coach losing. I don't care when it is.
Doesn't matter when it is, preseason or not. We're winning.
We're winning. Even if we clinch the playoff, we still coach winning. we never stop.
Still coach winning. Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
So it should be. All right. Of course, the NBA should take lessons out of that. They coach losing there. In NBA.
I can't play 2 days in a row. Oh,
we need our draft pick. We need our draft pick, right?
Yeah.
They even fired. They fired a coach for winning, right? Levy Smith got fired for winning the last game.
For winning the last game. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that wasn't good either.
That's crazy. That is nuts. All right, Rod. Let everybody know about the morning shows, right? In the Puck videos, the Puck Dogs video series.
Yeah, definitely. Subscribe, that way you get notified when that Puck Dogs video gets released. And join us on the morning show, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Me, Mitch, and Chris. Definitely always have a good time going over the day's card of action. We changed it up a little. We were doing 3 plays at a time, but now we've went them singly over baseball season. We'll see if we continue doing that, but definitely join us. Always a good time there. Me, Mitch, and Chris. Smash that like button. Costs you nothing. Helps us out a ton. We appreciate everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Because without you guys, we're not here doing what we're doing. So
that's right. Appreciate everybody's contributions. No doubt about that. And the likes, thumbs up, and the audience participation in the chat. Appreciate it. All right, Rod, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Definitely. You have yourself a wonderful evening. Good luck with your bets, everybody. And we'll see you all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Catch them in the morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, then back on the drive-thru later that night. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. Guys, you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Make sure you stay tuned to that. Al Ninos will help me out on the recap. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Time for my game. So let's get that game information up for you right now here as we're going to be looking at this. Nope, we're not looking at the Diamondbacks Phillies. We're going to look at another game. Let me get the right one up there for you guys. It's going to be a late night game. I've got the graphic here, so let me just go down to the graphic here. Not the early stuff. It's going down to. It's probably. I think it's the last game here on the board here. Nope, second to last game on the board. Third to last game on the board. All right, there we go. We got that right. Let's get this right. All right, here we go. Marlins and Mariners going head-to-head. Here we see the Mariners slight favorites. We're going to go with the underdog Marlins here, plus 105 here against this Mariners team. Well, Mariners had some struggles there against the Angels there. We saw the other night, but the Marlins are playing a little better. Remember Noah Mattingly there, right? The manager change seems to be working for this Marlins team. We're starting to see a little bit more offense, but it's our man Jesus Luzardo, the lefty on the mound here. I like that carry rate at 28%. keeps those walks down to a minute. Bryce Miller is on the hill, but boy, Miller was pounded in his past 2 starts. He's allowed 15 earned runs in his last 7 innings. Marlins have now won 8 of 9. They're 15-3 against the American League. Luzardo 8-0 in night games. Mariners 8-13 as a favorite of -125 to -175. We are on the Marlins here in this one here at -115 against the Mariners. This one will have a start time here 9:40 Eastern time. All right, guys, check out Pick Dodge Premium for tonight's action. We've got up there on the board tonight 3 premium plays tonight, including my best bet is bundled in a 3-pack with 2 baseball, 1 NBA. Don't buy the 15 premium separately. Buy them both. I'm sorry. You can either buy the $15 premium play separately, or you can the $19 premium pick separately, or you can get it as part of my 3-pack. Don't buy them both because my 3-pack has my $19 premium in there. Of course, you can go long term with me. I have a 3, 7, or 30 All Sports Pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period. Just like when you go over to my handicapper page and you make that purchase, remember the promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Let's see if we can get you some scores here. We got some games in progress right now. On their way here is the Braves and Tigers. No score, bottom of the first, Braves out. So Tigers coming back here, bottom of the first inning. And there we go. And everything else here is 7 Eastern time. So let's continue on here on the drive-through. Time to recap. Let's bring in El Ninos. All right. Brian got us started. Giants -125 against Cardinals. David was on the Rays Athletics over 8.5. Jay was on the Braves run line, laid the run and a half, -150 against the Tigers. Brad, we're still looking for you. El Ninos, Rangers -148 against the Angels. James liked the Heat money line +288 against the Nuggets. Rod is on D-backs -102 against Phillies. I'll be on the Marlins +105 against Mariners. All right, Al, then your pick. Which one do you like the best?
I'll go with the over 8.5 in the Rays Athletics game.
Yep, I like that one as well. And I'm going to actually side here with Rod is going with the D-backs -102. That was close to me as well, that one on that total. But I like Rod's pick there, the D-backs -102 against the Phillies. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you tune again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. They'll go with their plays for you for the games on Tuesday in prime time. And don't forget, it always gets started every day with that morning show. 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. You have Mitch, you got Rod, you got Chris with that morning show. Also, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, the Betting Tools Show, Nerfies, Yerfies, and of course, Ron Romanelli with his Major League Baseball rundown, Jay's Jam Session. We'll see if it continues. Then it'll go on vacation until October when the NBA returns. Also, Nick Mencken with his Nerfies, Yerfies. We also have Mike Davis with his Monday, Wednesday, Friday live shows, as well as his prize picks and his first 5 inning picks here from Mike. And of course, you don't want to forget the Puck Dogs video series, NHL video picks here from Rod and Chris. They'll have a show tomorrow. We'll see if it continues. If they extend the series, there'll be more shows. So make sure you stay tuned for that as well. Of course, we've got lots of shows here on the channel. Brad and Mills with their UFC show on UFC Saturdays. That's also part of it. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live when these plays are dropped to get the best numbers. All right, that's going to do it here for our show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight's show. We're going to wave goodbye, guys. You guys have a great evening, afternoon, and we'll catch up with you again here